Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Dorothy Canalius. If this is your first time, Aquaba. If you are returning, Mafil. Today's video is all about all that I've been doing from January 2023 to December 2023. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, whichever way you want it. I'm going to spill all the beans right here. So if you are ready, I am ready. You know what? Let me just put this thing down and let's get right into it.
If you ride with me, I gotta work for the both of us. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry.
Now that my hands are free, let's get right into it. So for January was really a hard time for me because I had to redo my first semester. I changed my course from a postgraduate course to a normal 2-year diploma, and I had my reasons, which, like I always say in any video that I've mentioned this thing, that I'll take time out and explain it. But you know what? I had to redo my first semester all over again. As much as I was nervous, I was also looking forward to that particular program. So it was really like a bittersweet, medicine around January for me. But all in all, it was amazing. And switching, I had my own reasons. And breaking from a class where I had formed friends to a new class. I moved from global business management class where it was full of international students. I had friends from Nigeria. I've made friends from India, from Togo, from Congo. Then now I had to leave all that, and now I found myself in a class where I think I was only African girl, black girl. The rest were black, but they were not African. They were Canadians. So it was like it was really it was really from the whole crowd to now it's just you do your own thing, and they can just single you out. So it was hard for me making new friends, and most of my assignments and reports, everything, I had to really do it all by myself. So it was really hard for me in the point where I had made friends, and now moving to a point where I had to again become my own best friend. I'm used to being my own best friend, but it's fun when you're in a class and you know people. But I made that decision because it was something that had to be made. It was a hard one, but I always tell myself, you don't cry when you make the right decisions. It was on the long run. Look at me, looking all bougie and fly, because I would not have survived in a postgraduate course with the way I came into the system. There was no way I would have done that, and the pressure was just too much. And like I said, I had problem adjusting and everything with that pressure. Hell to the no. So I had to now work my way through, go back to my drawing board and look for something that works for me, for Dorothy Cornelius. And this is what I did. Just moved to a new course. It cost me one or two because now I had to apply for an extension on my study permit. And unfortunately or fortunately for me, the course I went in for comes with a co-op. So now I had to apply for study permit extension and apply for a co-op permit. Can you imagine? It's like from pine to fire. But I will gladly swim. Can we even swim in fire? No, burn in fire. Yes, I would gladly burn in fire than stay in that class. I swear. That class was crazy. Every friend I know up to now, they all slim down. Like, I don't know. I was like, no, honey, I didn't come to Canada to stress. School is stressing, but this can't stress where these lectures where they give us. This can't stress where these lectures they won't buy give us. Oh no, I'm not ready for that. I just moved straight away. So all that happened within January, February, there, settling in and all that, moving away, finding my feet in my new program and everything. It was fun. Then it wasn't. Then I had to do for another job. So I was doing two jobs while schooling and everything. It wasn't fun because I was working in a warehouse and I was working also in a luxurious resort. The irony, warehouse, luxurious resort. I was experiencing everything. So you can't even enjoy, you can't even cry because one day you're crying Gucci, the next minute you are in Kantamanto. That kind of feeling. So it's like mushy mushy. You can't laugh, you can't cry. You're just feeling everything. So that's how I was feeling working at these two places, but it was hard on me. I know I know it's not like I know I have physical strength to a point. Oh my Jesus, it was just too much. and I couldn't do anything about it. It's more like I had to still go with the flow because I needed the money. I'm back to square one, starting all over again, and people are wondering, and people are, questioning me. People are saying, "What the hell do you waste so much money? What?" That kind of pressure. Went through it, did all my assignments, made sure I got good grades in that semester. And the last week to vacation, I started applying for other jobs and everything because that warehouse job was just killing me. I couldn't do it anymore. So I was looking for a replacement. And I also found out that I had a summer break, which I had no idea. I changed my course within days that I had no idea what this new course entailed because I just had to do it fast because there was limited time to it. So I just did what I had to do. Calm down, relax, everything is gonna be okay. So I applied for a job and I got it. I wanted a job for summer because now that I know that I have a summer break, hey, time to make moolah, time to make money. Because most of the time you get to work overtime, so you can kill yourself with work overtime, work however you want it when it's vacation time because those are the rules here. So I was like, you know what? I am going to take advantage of the situation and work my out. I need money. So at a point around April, May, I was having 3 jobs. Yes, my lord, I was having 3 jobs. Working at 3 places as a data. I was working at a luxurious resort. I was working at a warehouse, and I was working at a drive-through. And I think as at that time, I all I knew was hard work, and it made sense to me. 3 jobs, killing myself here and there, making the money, it was okay. And I thought that was it, but it got to a time that I could not do it anymore. 3 jobs, it was just wearing me out, so I had to let one go at a point. But I did that after I bought my hair, of course. I came with good hairs from Ghana, but you know what? They're old, 2 years old hair. I mean, they're good, but you're in your new country, you want a new flavor. You know what I'm saying? So I got this hair bit on the high price. I won't lie about it. And now, like, I have to change my look. So it came in later on the year, but at least I wanted to buy this. I bought this hair. After I bought it, then I quit my other jobs. I was having 2 jobs. I was saving up. I took loans from friends. I had to pay back. This school thing is not easy. So after paying whatever I owed, I had to also save up and pay my my next tuition fee, which was going to be in fall semester, the one we just ended. Yes, so I had to pay for that, and fall semester we pay close to 10,000 Canadian dollars. So yep, that was the target. Like for this 2023 January all the way down to middle of like the whole year, it's been a miracle from A to Z because things were just falling in place for me and I didn't even know how. Like jobs on campus hire students from second semester up and above. So, like I said, I had to redo my first semester again, so I was not qualified. So, knowing that I was now qualified, moving into fall semester, quickly applied for a job relating to my program, that is recreation and leisure service, which is under hospitality. And I got a chance to go for an interview. After the interview, I got a job, which was very, very very, very surprising. And honey, I was shocked. I was shocked that I was now working on this. When I stepped on campus, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a job on campus because to me it's way easier for me. I just didn't want anything that would hinder my movement. I don't want anything. I want to be able to control my surroundings. I was trying to be very intentional about certain places and where I get to work. Now I realized that my mind was moving from that mentality of working hard to working smart. We always say that a lot. Oh, you have to try and work smart, not hard. But trust me, sometimes you don't know how to do that. But you know what? When your body suffer from hard work, it's your mind that will tell you someone this thing will be how they do before strategize. Do you get it? So I feel like for the first, half of the year I was doing more of hard work, because that was what I know. That was something I'm used to back in Ghana. I work long hours, stand long hours, making sure things happen for me, crush my goals and everything. It is good. It is good. If you're hardworking, please don't stop. It is good. But with time, learn, find a way to work smart. It saves you so much so that you can use your strength, energy on something else, so you don't drain yourself throughout. Because if you are so burnt out all the time, honey, you don't feel like doing anything, and that can be deadly. You can just one day quit, and that will be it. And that is bad. That it comes in like slow poison, but when you give up, you give up. And that is because you don't rest, because you've been overworking the body. You need to rest. So find a way, as a young adult, find a way to work smart. So I feel like after you know having three jobs, going back and forth, when I realized that nah, my body was tired. Because to a point I was so tired I had to cancel some of my shifts, because I was like, I'm not terminator. I can't do this, bro. I can't. Nobody told me to go back to my drawing board and re-strategize, and things were a bit easier for me. Because if you're used to physical job and now everything is mental, you're spending less time doing physical work, is good. You get to glow, you get to sleep, you get to appreciate your environment more. I feel like God made me go through all that hard work. So when you get your smart work, you don't take advantage of it. You get to know that if it's not this, if you don't take this serious, you're gonna go back to warehouse. Which I didn't want to go back to warehouse. So me, I'm tired. So you know what? I didn't play with my job. I worked so hard, and the feedback showed everything, showed my dedication and everything. The tutees I thought were happy. They sent good feedbacks, and I think that saved me. That made people know how good I was with my job as a communication essentials 1016 tutor on campus. So the recreational leisure service and the hospitality is a big deal in Canada. It's a big deal in United States, and it's a big deal in Australia, Ireland, Switzerland. So yeah, getting to know the history about it. You know what? I got pretty much excited. So I'm done with my second semester. I'm going to my third. Maybe after that, I would know exactly what I would want to do with this particular course right here in Canada. So yes, after my semester and everything, I was trying to get a job for the holidays for the first time in ever that I came here. I didn't get a job during the holidays. And like I said, I always say this: God knows what He does. And now I don't fight it anymore. I'm tired of playing God in my life. I'm tired of trying to, you know, I don't know, influence the way He handles me and my future. And I said, you know what, do it. Because last year I worked during Christmas holidays. I made some few cash. Why? This semester, this holidays, I really, really wanted to work. Like, I have applied for so many jobs, nothing. I know it's just 3 weeks, but I was like, you know what, I want, nothing is happening. Now I was like, okay, fine. If I'm not gonna get anything, I'm going to now go hard on my YouTube. All of a sudden, I was like, you know what, I have to create content. And I started going back to YouTube, watching some of the people that I follow, that some of the people that inspire me when it comes to, creating content for my YouTube, the way they do their setups and everything. I was like, you know what, I'm going to use what I have, but I'll try and go a bit outside my box. So I've been reading back to back, watching videos back to back. And this year, I lost friends. I mean, to the cruel hands of death. It was hard on me. I'm watching this video, right? And you're thinking, oh, this girl has it good for her. Oh, my life is whatever. Somebody is going to school and I don't know what to do. Maybe you're even trying to come here to Canada and it's not working out for you. So you're thinking, oh, Dorothy is living the life. No, honey, I'm living the life. You're also living the life. Do you know who is not living the life? Do you know who is actually done? The person at the graveyard. If you're alive, my dear, is a blessing. So that's the ugly. Yes, I lost friends and still cannot believe it. It's hard because it, I mean, they were young, they were full of life. So what happened? I guess God knows best. So that will be the ugly for me this year. I'm just hoping that I don't hear anything else, that every one of us make it to 2024. I'm just hoping that that is it, honey, because it's too much. I really cried my eyes out because it made me really think about my life. And with all the pressure, with all the, you know, anxiety and all the frustrations and me yelling, talking to God, telling him, why you just see the way then just to hear somebody even is gone. I mean, I felt really bad. I felt ungrateful at a point. So I just had to even pray and ask God for forgiveness. More good. More good I didn't even say at first. Yeah, more good. I wanted to save that for the last. I had friends that got married. I had friends that got engaged that I am so, so, so happy for. When you see people that are so unlucky in love and finally they get that love that they deserve, it puts so much smile on your face. Like, yes, baby girl. So the messy part, yes, I said the good, the bad, I said the good again, and I said the ugly. The messy part of my year. I don't know what I should say. I fell in love. I was in love, but I experienced something like that. And I really thought it was going to get into something, but it didn't. And I was okay with it at a point, but that thing where you sit down and you always ask yourself what could have been, what could have been. I thought it was a vibe till it wasn't. And I was very proud of myself that I wasn't dramatic about me, the typical me. Like, I really just, let it go and just decided to put all this energy into my books and just go with that. So that is what I did. Another messy thing that happened was I was super desperate about looking for a job. Like, I was looking for a holiday job. I was like, I need to make some bucks this holidays, that I kept, applying to whichever company I could apply to. And one company sent me a text message, inquiring if I had sent in a resume, applying for a job or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, I've sent so many resumes, so of course I would say yes. And I was like, okay, we're gonna have the interview on Teams, set it up and everything. I mean, I've never really gone in for an interview for a remote job before. So I was like, you know what, let me just, I mean, we apply for jobs every time, so let's do this. And the interview was in the form of text message, but it was on Teams, because the person will send you messages and they will reply. And then I think somebody will be like, how didn't you know that it was a scam from the word go? Honey, the time the thing came in, I was looking for a job, the pay was good. It was so aligned with what I could do as a person with my skills. I was like, you know what, let me just, I mean, they reached out to me. So, and the company, they sent me a website for the company. I checked it out. To me, it was a good company though. But fortunately for me, in class, so I was able to ask my professor about, like, I was feeling edgy a bit, because I was like, am I doing the right thing? So I was like, let me just ask. So when I asked my professor, she was like, you know what? I beg you, just try and find them on LinkedIn and see. So yes, I searched for them on LinkedIn. I found them, and it was a very big corporation. And my boss was like, no, a very big corporation like this, he doubts if they would do these kinds of interviews. So you know what? Before they told me I had passed the interview, and you're like, okay, before you supply them with whatever details they're asking for, just ask whoever it is that you want to talk to somebody from HR department and see. Then later on, you might never know it, so maybe it is a job. And when I ask that I would like to talk to somebody in the HR department to still break down my job role for me, so it becomes easier. They were like, no, give us the information we asked for, then we're gonna do that. I'm like, okay, you know what? Thank you so much for the offer, but I will humbly decline. And honestly, I didn't hear from them again. This is scary. This is some dark. This is some whatever thing you were going to say. See, it messed me up the whole day, because I could not believe that I was that desperate. So this is how I would have just given my information out to somebody, and I would be somewhere and it would just come and carry me and say I've been frauding people, because I would have supplied them with, they wanted my name, where I live, my number, and everything. First, they asked about which bank I bank with. I mean, I was thinking, oh, employer asking employee, information and everything. Because I was desperate. I was like, I need to make some bucks this holidays. Imagine. I was I was shocked. Like, Jesus, please. If you're out there, if you're here, if you're new here, if you're watching me and you're in Canada or you're in the States, wherever you are, please be careful. I know, yes, we're all looking for jobs, you're desperate, we want to make money, but sometimes reading between the lines. Now I came into terms with whatever thing that is happening. You know what? I'm not going to force it. If I'm going to get a job, I've prayed to God. If I'm going to get a job just for these 3 weeks, let His will be done. Because you go and force it, frustration and desperation will lead me into something that I might not even come out from it at all, which, honey, I am not ready. I'm not ready to bear that point because I've already gone through a lot for somebody else come and identify me as a criminal somewhere, all in the name of a mistake I made. I am not ready for that. So, yeah, that was right before we finished off fall semester. So, honey, it was crazy for me. My last report, my mind was all over the place because I was in shock and I still had to submit a report that was meant for 3 people. I had to do it by myself because I didn't know what my group members were. And you know what, Dorothy Cornelius, I am not getting no zero in no report. It's not happening. Do you get me? So I was like, I'm going to do this report myself. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's when I realized that it was a lot of work. I mean, 3 people were enough for that job. 3 people were enough for that report, but I had to do it all by myself. So it was crazy. The last part of this semester was crazy, but I'm happy I pulled through. So yes, I'm hoping and I'm praying that the rest of 2023 goes on pretty well. No messy stuff, no ugly stuff. We go in peace. Another good thing that happened to me was I was able to support my friend in her hair business. She braids hair and everything, and I was happy I could get her some customers. I do well with my talking. I know that it's my job. I talk for a living, so I was able to get her some customers, and I was happy I could put a smile on her face because over the years she's been a good person to me as well. So I'm happy I could help in the little way that I can. And also this year I was able to join a volunteering group, which I'm happy I was able to give back as well. I really worked on my time management skills, and yeah, still as an African, we are late when it comes to timing, but yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. But so now, still single, focused on my books, channeling all my energy into that. I hope I was able to serve you with all the juice, everything that happened to me, most of the things, major things that happened to me from January 2023 to December, almost done December 2023. It's been a roller coaster, but I still give thanks to God that I'm still here. I hope you like my setup. I'm trying something new. I'll try something else in my next video. I'm just trying to, stay trendy, stay hip, but still do with what I have. So yeah, if you're having a rough time, if 2023 wasn't your year, trust me, you're good. So far as your life, like I said, you are good. Let us all meet in 2024 whole and hearty. Please don't drink and drive. I beg you in the name of God. If you're going to drink too, please drink responsibly. My name once again is Dorothy Cornelius. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment on this video. Till I see you again in my next video, it's bye for now.
If you ride with me, I gotta work for the both of us.